You had a bit of a personal battle going on at the moment, yeah?
Yeah. Basically, about just this month actually, 4 years ago, I got I went into your surgery with a small, with a kind of just to make a long story short, just a swelling of the abdomen, and you could tell straight away that something looked a bit odd. You carried out ultrasound and you discovered something big there, and then things moved pretty fast after that. But it basically transpired that I had a large 7-pound tumor in my psoas muscle, which is the pelvic. It's a muscle behind your pelvis, and so it's been a recurrent thing. I've had a surgery 3 times for it, and I've had completed chemotherapy just over a year ago, completed radiotherapy 2 months ago prior to the last surgery. So basically, it's just one of those things. It's kind of a rare cancer, but it's one that's known for being very, it's very highly recurrent, and basically, at the moment, the most recent surgery, they were a lot more aggressive with it. So they pretty much removed most of the muscle that's causing the issues. And as a result, I've had to have a lot of physio and rehabilitation since, because it affected my balance and walk and so on like that. But so far, so good. You have to be. I'm not afraid to be optimistic the whole time, and people say it's a battle, but I don't know really, because I don't do any of the battling. The only people doing the battling are the medical professionals. They're the ones who have the expertise, and I think my job really is to just even though there's a lot of bad days, but you just gotta be 100% hopeful the whole time. You cannot give up, but you have to put your faith in these men.
And what did you think when you heard it first?
Well, it actually took a while to sink in. It was, I think, when I heard it first, I think everything just went hazy. I think it was when it was first confirmed. Basically, the consultant, the minute that word came out of his mouth, I don't remember anything that he said for the next 10 minutes. And it wasn't that I was into, sort of run out of the room screaming or anything like that, but just, I'd say my mind was in shock. And it took me a while to take it, but really, the end, up until that point, everything was very normal, and your life was very, you kind of took things for granted, and I had no really ever had any shocks or bad news or that. So it definitely, things have it's definitely the start of a new chapter in my life.
But you took a very kind of would we call it aggressive approach to it, in terms that you kept working for most of it.
Yeah. I think that's another thing with it, is that I had no intention of just feeling sick. Like, for example, when you're on chemotherapy, even though you don't feel too hot, the chemotherapy itself is not an illness, and so I continued to go to work during chemotherapy, and some days I have to take off, because usually after 7 days after each treatment, your immune system is virtually zero. So I have to, around that time, I couldn't really be near people. But apart from that, I used to go into work, and because I just felt, and I think it really helped me, because if I was just sitting at home staring out the window, it doesn't do much for your head. And I think the trick with it is there's nothing you can do about thinking about it all the time and worrying about it. You have to really just get it out of your head,
And you kept the music going.
I kept them, and obviously music is a huge, it's a huge therapy, and it's a huge help on the side. And it's, I don't know what I do without music. It's just great to have a focus like that.
So you love the music?
Oh yeah, as I said, I couldn't imagine music not being a part of my life. You know, I just if it was, I wouldn't see myself as I'd see myself there as a different person. You know, it's just and it's something I don't take as I get older. I think it's something I don't take for granted. It's just a great pleasure to play with great musicians and to be able to play in front of people. If they like it or hate it, it's just a great joy in life.
And one final question: what is music to you? Could you define music for me? I can't find a definition of it.
Well, I could give you the really boring.
Give me whatever one you want. Yeah.
But anyone can Google that themselves. And what the rudiments of what music is made up of, and so on like that. But for me, it's actually, I suppose, it'd be a spiritual thing because it's and a creative thing. It's like it doesn't matter even if somebody never creates something, even if someone is a musician and they never compose something themselves. Just by playing someone else's piece of music, they're still being creative in the way they play because they play it a little bit different or they play it in their own way. So it's just an amazing medium that can give people space for creativity. And the fact that it's invisible and that it's there in the ether, they're just taking it from the ether, and it's something that's always changing. It's as I said, there is a scientific explanation